I'm Red Beard the Hippy here with Viscerous, who just, let's see, you guys just announced the show for Exodus coming up in December, which is the second thrash metal Bay Area Titan icons that you guys have been on. So, how the hell did you guys get that one?
I mean, dude, I just saw that show drop. I'm like, Exodus has been here like so many times within the last 7 years, and whenever they have, they've always played with somebody else or whatever. So like, when I saw it was just Exodus at the slowdown, I'm like, gotta be a fucking shot in hell. There's a chance for a local band to be a part of this. So like, I reached out to one of my buddies that like had a contact for the venue, and I hit him up, you know, and they were super like fast at responding, and I just asked them like who do I got to talk to for an application to like open up for that Exodus show, and they were just like, yeah, if you guys want to go ahead and do it and sell the tickets, we'll have you guys be direct support for Exodus for the show, and I was like hitting up the band channel, I'm like, guys, fucking answer now, like, so yeah, man,
I don't
it was
care if
almost
you're at
like,
work, answer your fucking phone.
yeah, or some, yeah, probably, or some shit like that, whatever, like, but I was like, fuck you guys, I'm gonna say yes anyway. But anyway, so we're gonna fucking pass that up. We were gonna end it the year early in October,
Not
but
now.
yeah, no, fuck no, now, now after October, we're gonna concentrate on that.
Well,
So,
yeah, that's one of those shows where you want to be on your top of your game.
oh yeah, oh yeah, dude, it'll be our first time playing at Slowdown, and like
Is that
that venue is gonna be pretty big in itself. Exodus and many other bands have played there, and it's just like we're
I'm
super
not
pumped and
familiar with
excited.
where that one is.
That's kind of like near downtown by the ballpark, ain't it? Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's on 14.
yeah,
That in Lincoln or Omaha?
in Omaha.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I told my boss, I made a joke to him. I was like, "Yeah, we'll see if I can go there, see a show, come back, sleep in the parking lot at work, and then make it to work the next day." And he's like, "Like it's Exodus, I might be able to get to meet them." Fuck you. I'm gonna
Yeah,
go.
yeah, dude. I mean, just it's gonna be a hell of a time, man. Just like it's a good capacity for the venue and shit like that. But like it's such an honor, dude, just to be a part of that and be chosen as like a direct support for that
Oh
show.
yeah.
Like, holy shit, dude!
Well,
Like,
I noticed like Lincoln and Omaha's got some really great concerts coming through. Like I ended up seeing I Hate God and Goat Whore there in April.
yeah, yeah. Fucking Siphon and Whitmore opened up that motherfucker.
Yeah, those guys in Siphon are nuts.
Dude, I know, man. We love those guys.
Seeing how you just recently made a meme of Cody,
I always felt like, dude, your hair just looks like fucking ramen, bro. Like, it's so curly.
and then the drummer there, the let's see, I think my news feed at one point in time was his picture on about 9 different profiles.
Oh, yeah, fucking, dude, we
Yeah.
made that motherfucker just blow up in the music scene. Like, everybody was getting in on it and everything. Like, Jesus Christ.
And he's just like, all right, whatever.
It all started with just a stupid, silly, I mean, not stupid, but like a silly picture that we got from somebody that took some photos from our show, and that one really stood out. It was just Zach like looking like he's about to fucking take a shit before a blast beat. Like, but but yeah, man, like it's been a really fucking awesome year for playing music for us. Last year we were really busy. We're just about as busy this year with even like bigger shows. It's been fucking nuts.
Oh yeah, because I saw you guys at the what was that end of last year? I think it was.
Yeah, we got to open up for fucking Insight.
Yeah, those guys were cool as hell.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. I tried to fucking hit up people about that Cavalera show because I saw Insight was fucking support for that. But I didn't hear anything about it, so they may not have a local opener for it. But I
Uh,
can't be too greedy, bro. Like I'm opening up for fucking Exodus, man. Like,
I mean, both are icons in their own right. So
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. But uh, we got a lot more shows coming up. I mean, we just took a break from band practice to do this interview with you and shit like that, and we're kind of getting ready for the show on Saturday at the Drinkery.
yeah, because who the hell's on that one?
We got
I know I saw something about it.
yeah, it's our headliner show. We only got like a handful of them this year, and we're gonna be playing with our brothers in fucking Bolton and the new metal band fucking Leaving Shadows. We just played with them on our last show. They were fucking tight. And then we're bringing like three friends over from the fucking Des Moines area, which is gonna be Elysian, Ataraxis, and Reddick, and they're all our fucking friends, and we've all like played with them or know each other and shit like that. They're fucking dope. So we're bringing them on to Omaha to open, and then just have a big old fucking metal extravaganza. On a Saturday night. It's gonna be outdoors. There's fucking food.
Oh yeah, and the weather's actually supposed to be not the surface of the sun.
Yeah, no shit, dude. Last week was brutal.
Yeah, my boss was like, "We're only doing 8s because it's hot outside." I work in a fab shop. What do you mean I'm only doing 8s because it's hot? You guys have never given a fucking 7 years that I've been there. Well, people in Arizona are dying. Well, fuck them. Go inside.
Yeah, dude. It's only gonna get hotter. This month's gonna be pretty bad.
Oh yeah, I ended up catching a show last weekend and a car and like 2 car shows, and I literally had to go back to where I was staying. I stripped down before the concert, put on all dry clothes, and went to the concert and soaked through all of them. So
yeah,
and it was air conditioned in the building.
Jesus. Yeah, I mean, when we played our show last Wednesday at 1867, dude, that was like one of our fucking hottest shows ever, and like it was indoors. Like their AC was like having a hard time keeping up that day, I guess.
Yeah, and those are those shows where it's like, you want a beer beforehand? Nah, I give me water.
Like I will just sweat right through it, man.
I've been on stage a few times, and everybody doesn't understand the heat on the stage is worse than in the crowd because you got all the lights and all the gear.
Lights on you and fucking. I mean, sometimes when the fog machines just make it worse.
Oh, I hate those.
God, dude! Like once the fog machines kick in, I'm like, like just fucking.
I think it's a vocalist thing. Like no vocalist I've talked to is like, oh yeah, I love the fog machines. Every vocalist is like, fuck the fog machines, turn those things off.
Yeah, that, fuck, especially the red lights for the photographers too. Or they don't like fucking red lights.
I don't mind the red lights. It's the strobe lights I fucking hate because it's like, okay,
oh, yeah.
Click. All right, that's a full white picture. Click. Okay, that's a full white picture. Click. I think that's a guitar player. That's where it's like put into sports mode. Just like, all right, I'm going to get 1 out of 30 pictures at least worth of shit. So.
You know what, man? You're still like fucking MVP, man, of the fucking scene, dude, when it comes to photographers, dude. Because, like, if Zach says you're a fucking awesome photographer, like, and this is the guy that it's like 3 photos, like 1 to 3 photos per show.
I've always tried to get, my big thing was I always try to get the drummers because it's like everybody's like vocalist, guitar players, bass player. It's like, okay, how do I sneak in to get the drummer in there? Because other than they're always
covered,
Oh yeah, there's been a couple bands where like the front is open up so you can actually see the drummer, which makes it easier. But I think that's one band. John Woodson's Leg, I think, is the only band that I've seen that he has no cymbals in front of him. Or like the guy from Gorilla Spank, who's this little short guy. So all you see is like this much above the toms. He is a pain to try to catch.
Yeah. No. Fuck yeah, dude.
Well, and I know like the Lincoln area, they got, who's that, P-Wiz?
Yeah, fucking
She,
Pam, dude. She's the
yeah,
shit.
she does a lot of great photography. Like I keep seeing all her stuff, and I'm like, ooh, I like that one.
Yeah, she must. I mean, she travels around a lot, I guess. So she's always kind of like got some of their bigger events and shit out of.
Well, she's in with a couple groups that do stuff, and then she's also retired military, so she's got some free time.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, fucking. I mean, this photographers, man, the sound guys that we work with, and fucking. I don't know. It's even from like the just venue owners, bartenders, staff, all that shit, man. Like they all make it happen. It's all a team effort.
Oh
At
yeah,
the end of the day,
and then
you
there's
know.
always that one drunk asshole that tries
Yeah,
to knock over
dude.
stuff or get
I
on
just we
stage.
played our own shows where we're walking out to other bands that we like played with that were next or before or whatever. Man, I almost got my ass kicked like by fucking fans, like just people in the crowd and shit like that. Man, like it gets nuts.
Well, that's the funny thing too. Like you have this. There, I call it a switch because like when you're on stage, you're a completely different person than when you're off stage, and there's that cool little switch that people can flip and be able to pull off.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of just part of the show. Like just and it's taken a while to kind of develop that confidence, I guess, and that shtick, if you will, with how we do our sets and through songs and stuff like that. Like at the end of the day, I don't really give a fuck. I'm just there to fucking rock out, man. Like,
and see some
like
friends and
sometimes
hang
you'll hear
out
me shit
and
like, like I think the F bomb has lost its scare factor or some shit like that. And
Amanda's
it's like,
like 57, 72.
what'd your mom count it at? I think 87, 88. Yes. 88 bucks.
We need a tally board to bring around to shows.
88 bucks. Yeah, I mean, I've been slacking the last few shows for sure.
What'd be really funny is if you get up there and you just don't say it at all. That would throw everybody off. Be like,
that is so hard. It's hard enough not to cuss like anywhere else. Like fucking sailor mouth, man. So
yeah, I did an interview a while back with a buddy of mine. He's a Christian rapper, so I made it a point not to cuss during the thing, just because I know how he is. He's like, I don't care if you do. I'm like, no, I just want to see if I can.
yeah,
Like, not if I'm gonna do what I need to do. But it was just one of those. Can I?
I guess I have yet to find out if like somebody had a bad time or left our show because I was cussing too much or something. And it probably wouldn't even be that. It'd probably be something heinous that I said other than that, like, or whatever, like talking about fucking Dalton's tentacle fingers or some shit. Like,
that's the fun thing where there's like, do you know what you said? I ain't got a clue. Who'd I piss off? Well, what do you mean? What do you mean you don't know what you say? I make it up in between songs as I go, and depending on the level of alcohol I had, depended on the level of asshole you got.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? Like even with like us in the studio right now, even like recording these songs, like they're gonna be explicit tracks. Like I'm gonna say fucking almost every track.
I called it on the one that I heard it. I'm like, ooh, there's one. Ooh, there's two.
I think like altogether, I might have said like the F bomb in that song like maybe like 10 times.
Which that's a great fucking song, which is way better recorded than the last one that I did. Because that one I recorded it and never, like, it got lost on my computer somewhere. I put it in some file and then I found it later. And I'm like, oh, that's where I dumped all those at.
Yeah. He's like, oh, this one was pretty bad. I'm going to fucking just throw that in the trash bin. So,
but the video is cool as hell, too.
We're really fucking proud of, the recording, and we're really excited to work with Dave, at Stomp a Mudhole. He's done really great work. And, like the tracks, everything that we got coming for this whole 16 track album, like, is going to be fucking bonkers, and we're going to be re-recording Supercell.
Yeah.
The whole EP all over again, and it's going to be louder, it's going to be more warm and crisp, it's going to be fucking angrier,
cleaner.
It's going to be better. It's going to be a way better presentable, like much more presentable product than what we did last year with last studio. With not, we didn't have a whole lot of experience with the recording we were working with, and at the time we were just, I'm going to use the old "and justice for all" excuse to say we were burnt out, during recording, between shows and stuff. We hardly had enough time to practice, let alone like get in a studio.
Well, I mean, when you're
So
doing
it was
like
kind of, it was
shows
stressful
every
for us.
weekend or every other weekend, there's not much of a point of practicing because it's like you unload gear, put it in the room. Oh, we got a show this weekend. All right, load it all back up. It's like not
Yeah,
much of a.
like, reluctantly, like, I mean, what was kind of cool. I mean, we learned some bit, like a bit of stuff that we were in the studio with, and we've been through like 2 other studios prior to Dave's studio and stuff like that. And then the thing is that if somebody that you're working with doesn't care about your product, your product's not going to sound very well as far as like a
Or
recording.
yeah, or they're not going to listen to what your take on it is, where it's like, I need this to sound this way, and they're going to muddle it down or
Right,
add effects on the vocals, and it's like, that's not how I sound.
Yeah, and it's just some things worked in that EP for recording wise and stuff like that, and majority of it just didn't hit the mark. So we're excited to work with Dave and get those, give those the retribution, and bring them back to life and have them sound how they're supposed to sound. So like, and like those are just like, those are the old, there's gonna be old re-recordings. The new stuff coming is gonna be fucking faster. It's gonna be heavier. Like just no holds barred, dude. Like it's gonna be groove metal. Like, and we have a lot of our influence like bleeding in these tracks with every song that we do.
Oh yeah, I mean that's kind of just you pick stuff up here and there where you're like, ooh, I like that sound, or ooh, I like that word pattern, or I like how I get my voice to sound on this part, and it works. And it's
And
also a
and
mixture of doing stuff live versus recording.
Yeah, and in the studios, it's a different aspect than doing live stuff. The live things, you get to experiment more with your track. You get to kind of have a little more fun with it and fuck around a little more. But it's also more of an adrenaline rush, and like you want to make sure you're doing that thing right. But like I think in the last almost 5 years been together, a lot of the songs have changed. That have just been so fucking old. Um, but like I don't know, man. Like it's really cool that like we're being able to work with Dave and having Dave in our lives. So like big shout out to fucking Trumpet Muddle, like fucking it's gonna be cool.
Yeah, because
Like,
I think I follow them on Facebook and they follow me, so it all.
Yeah,
Basically, if it's music related or anything on Facebook, it's like, okay, I like that one. Ooh, bands. All right. How many of these can I like before Facebook goes, you've liked too many posts in a row?
well, oh yeah, the fuck, I get the page request, and it's just like it overfloods, and I was like, I swear to fuck on my notifications, I've liked it a million times, and like when I go back and get a new one, there's all these other old ones that say you still need to like this and follow this. I'm like, I already fucking did, man.
You have 147. I'm not following the Antarctica lawn care service. Like that one's I'm not. Follow Joe Biden. No, probably not gonna follow that one either. Here, follow Donald Trump. No, not following that one either. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just because they're musical, they influence the music doesn't mean I want to follow them. Especially like the heavy metal and the punk rock. Those are too high influence because they're politicians. I don't want to follow them.
Yeah.
So let's see. You guys said you guys have been around for 5 years.
Yeah, it'll be a 5-year anniversary next year, like start January and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you've seen bands come and go. Obviously, there's been some member changes, and because I think the guitar player, he wasn't at the one that I saw you guys at in December, or yeah, it was December.
Oh yeah, yeah. We parted ways with Brian. Like it was kind of shortly after that show. It was just kind of a band decision. Like it wasn't anything personal against the guy. It's just he had a lot of family stuff going on and everything that he was just kind of more focused on, and that just kind of that last year he just wasn't really into the band as much anymore.
Well, and I notice sometimes with member changes, it brings a different style or a different energy. Because I saw two bands over the weekend from Kansas that had new members added, and just seeing the different energy and how they presented themselves. So I know that sometimes happens.
Yeah, it. No, yeah, nothing against Brian at all. Like we still love Brian. Like still a great guy, still a hell of a musician. I wish him the best. With everything that he's got going on and doing. So, but we were reluctant to fucking have somebody overfill his shoes, I guess, if you will, so quick in the amount of time and pick up our material so fast. Fucking, finding Kyle and adding him to the band is just added so much. Like, it's added so much, like, so, thank you again. He's like, well, I'll be in until after Exodus, and then we'll see.
We'll get the recordings and I'm out. We're not finishing this album anytime soon. Then
Right, and all those tracks you had, like fucking nope.
we're gonna pull a Guns N' Roses and take 10 years to record this album.
Oh,
Yeah. Just try to hire a whole new guitarist with a fucking head or something like that. Do it, no problem.
Here, put this on. You're going back on stage. We've never seen these two guys in the same room ever.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. But yeah, I mean, it's just you got a lot more new material flowing. Like kind of a fresh palette for the band, like added to the sound and everything. It's really complimentary to my guitar tone and everything. Everything else, and he adds a lot of flair, energy to a really fucking behemoth of a band. I mean, if I ever say so boldly, but we don't fuck around on stage. I mean, let's go.
No, you guys get on there and it's go time, and there's this cool little monster that gets unleashed, and you guys just go and go and go, and you're like, okay, next song. All right, next song. Okay, tone change. What made you guys choose the Alice in Chains cover that you guys did?
It's like when we first started, we started with covers. We were kind of a cover band, really. We did like 3-hour sets. Um, like after year one, we dipped out of doing that so much and focused on originals, and kind of just dipped the cover band bucket and see what would stick with the crowd, I guess. So that one was always one that stuck out with everybody and then really got into, because it's kind of like, it was like almost like a breath of fresh air, but like a new take on the song, I guess.
Basically taking a cover song and making it your own.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Well, and it's one of those ones where you can tell it's an Alice in Chains song, and then it takes off into its own form of what you guys are doing. So that's definitely one thing that, for me, as being a musician and being somebody who watches enough shows, I would rather see a band cover a song and make it their own, where like you can still tell it's this song, but it's, you guys would be more very heavy metal, thrash metal, death metal would be my take on classifying you guys, and Alice in Chains is grunge.
Yeah, right. Just fucking thrashing up a track.
I mean, it'd be like you guys covering Behemoth, or like, one of those type of bands where it's like, oh, okay, this isn't that much of a out of their wheelhouse of styles, versus finding something that isn't.
Yeah, and how much can I really change that?
Yeah. vocal
I mean,
pitch, maybe. That's
like it's just straight up doing like a '80s power band metal version of fucking like Cannibal Corpse, like Hammer Smash Face or some shit. Like Hammer Smash Freeze.
that would be funny as hell. But you'd have to have the music playing as Cannibal
Oh yeah,
Corpse
just
style,
that
and just
straight up power
80s 80s power ballad vocals.
Yeah, a little bit. We're gonna be pulling out some new covers here soon, especially having some ready for the Exodus show. So, and they'll be brand new.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Do not cover an Exodus song. That would
Oh
probably
yeah,
not.
that's just.
Oh my god.
I couldn't disrespect them like that, fucking up one of their songs live. Like, fuck.
Well, that would be one of those ones just seeing them come out and go, "No, we're going home. You guys fucked it up."
No, they'd probably be like, "That was cute, but this is how you actually do it."
Yeah, because that'd have to be one where you're just on point, but just seeing them in backstage, kind of.
It's like, guys, what the fuck? Like, why did we even? Yeah.
Well, we've already committed. We started it. We got to finish it.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, other than that, we're gonna be pumping out some new songs live here pretty soon, then getting the new singles out before the year's over. And then just next year's focus is really just to focus on the secret mini tour that's not announced yet. We're still working on it.
Well, I know when I go back to Kansas, if I hit a show in Nebraska, I'll wear a Kansas band shirt. And if I hit a show in Kansas, I usually try to wear a Nebraska band shirt.
Yeah.
Unless there's like that one group that I'm good friends with, I will rock their merch just because. Like Diabolic Orange Monkey's one of those bands that they got me back. Like they pulled me back into the scene. I'd been out for a long time, and then I started taking pictures and photos. So anytime I go to one of their shows, I rock their merch hands down. Plus, it says "fuck around and find out" on the back. So.
Yeah, I think we'll be playing with them. I don't know. I don't remember what night they're playing. Night 1 or 2 of Bex Fest, but yeah, I don't know if that's the same night we're playing with them or not.
I think they're night 1.
Okay, yeah. I think then we're playing with Barrage night 2 then.
Let me get out the other social media. Use my other social media thing of my cell phone.
The drug phone.
Well, I got the laptop and didn't realize that I'd have to have this much technology shit when I grew up. Oh, there it is. Let's see if he has the lineups up there yet. Yeah, they're on the 15th because it's Diabolical Barrage, Esper Winds, Wicked Sun, Chasing Supernova, Blizzard Wizard, Dollarhide, Empire's End, and Phil Kublik. You guys are on Saturday with Sarcoptic, Love Like War, which those guys are good. I've seen them a few times. They're from Salina, Wichita area.
Okay.
Sin on 6. Molten, Swift Kick 6, Slant Piece, Siphon, you guys, Stanley's Revenge, and Tin Dead.
Fuck yeah.
Which both nights are fucking stacked.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hell yeah. We had to miss out. We had to miss out on it last year. Unfortunately, it's just we got too many shows packed in. Emergency things happen and shit like that. So.
Yeah, because I know that was one of those ones where it's like, okay, I get to see him. We're canceling. Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, last year was crazy. Like we had to cancel, and some shows canceled, like got dropped out or whatever the fuck this year. So it happens. Whatever.
Well, it does. I mean, anybody with a family or kids or anything knows that there's times where it's like, okay, we got a show tonight. And Timmy fell down the fucking stairs.
Yeah.
We're going to the ER. Great.
Yeah, but that'll be our only show in September, other than the September 30th in Lincoln, playing with fucking Cryptopsy and Visceral Disgorge and fucking Abysmal Dawn. and all those other fucking bands. It's gonna be fucking. It's a festival, dude. It's gonna be nuts.
I think I saw something about that one. Like you guys had posted something about it, and it's like 6 or 7 bands.
Dude, I think it's like 9 bands altogether with us and the other local.
Oh, okay, yeah, because that's on like a Saturday in Lincoln, right?
Yeah, that'll be it's like the Carnival of Death tour.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna try to hit too. I usually
Yeah,
try to
that,
hit more of the festival style ones up until about like November, because then it starts getting cold and sleeping in a van sucks.
yeah, yeah. Fucking A, man. I mean, that'll be a stacked show, and that'll be our first time playing at Cosmic Eye Brewery. That's just been starting to like book shows this year.
Yeah, that one
And,
started to pick up some steam too, because I've been seeing more and more posts about them too.
yeah, and it looks like a pretty big ass venue, and it's gonna be the stage is gonna be like ground floor level, like pretty old school shit. But hey, fuck it,
Well, if they got the second story, then that's always fun for photographers because we can run up there and get different angles that we normally can't get. 'Cause that's the one thing I liked about the Royal Groove is I could get up there and take from a different angle than trying to sneak around the stage.
Yeah, I think they're doing the last like rock show this Saturday with Josie Scott's Saliva fucking show with Evil Shadows and Gravestone and As Tides Rise. I think that's gonna be like the last rock show there at the Grove before they're gonna go like full fucking EDM. I know, like
To each their own. It had a great,
I
it
know,
had a
right?
good
And it's just like
stage.
it's been a rocking venue for fucking ever, man. And it's just like it's sad to see that like fall into those clutches, I guess.
But at the same point in time, if after a few months it doesn't work out and they still have all their gear, they're like, "Hey, we're booking shows again."
Right.
But I mean, everybody has their own taste of music. That's not per se one that I'm big into.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta have the live music factor, man. And it's just like if venue completely like just sweeps that under the rug from everybody, then it's just like, well, fuck, man. Like that's just why we were fucking coming here. But apparently, you can make more money off fucking robot dance music and shit.
I'm an
So
artist. Spacebar. I'm an artist. Like I don't understand those guys when they get all hyped up and it's like you're not really doing it. Maybe I just don't understand it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so too. I mean, I guess I won't understand it until I like fully like fucking dive in it, I suppose. But I'm just
Well, I can't do the drugs anymore to enjoy it either. So random UAs at work make it kind of a deferrent.
Yeah, but yeah, we got like a couple like what fuck yeah, we got a couple shows just this month. We got a few. We got the one on Saturday at the Green. We got next Thursday at the Reverb Lounge, opening up for Reaping as Modia or whatever the fuck, and they're actually part of that tour package for that September 30th show. So we're actually gonna be playing with them twice. But that Thursday show at the Reverb is gonna be like their headliner show.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, so it's gonna be us and fucking mathcore fucking locals, Reign of Eris. It's gonna be fucking dope playing with them again. Dude, like talk about like laying the hammer down when it comes like the drummers, dude. Because that like fucking Devin, that dude smashes the living fuck out of his drum set, dude.
Yeah,
So
there's some pretty brutal bands up in the Lincoln, Omaha area that I keep seeing stuff about and finding out about, and like
yeah, we've had the pleasure of like playing with a good handful of them and stuff like that, and it's crazy. It's always a good time, It's usually opening up for some other bigger extreme metal band or whatever the fuck. But
well, I
yeah,
mean,
man,
if you can get on those shows, then that's what's always fun too. Just being a guy, like in my aspect, it's like I get to see my friends on stage, and then I get to go meet these other guys that are on tour. Or I get to meet these icons, or like I had to ask I Hate God or guy's a guitar player for I Hate God, because obviously he's in like Superjoint Ritual and Down and about every other southern sludge rock band down there, and it's like, how do you're all these icons, or what people like me being a fan call icons, and you're friends with them. Do you see him as that, or just like friends? And he's like, friends.
Yeah.
It has their benefits, but yeah, they're definitely friends.
Right. Yeah. No. It's fucking cool, man. Like getting to meet some of these bands, and I very rarely we run into like, I don't know, not so humble bunch, I guess, or whatever.
In all the time that I've done it, there's only been like, I've been around music, like live music, since I was 16. I'm 39, and there's only been like a couple bands that I've ran into where it's like douchebag.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
you never say what their name is. It's like, oh, are they coming through? Yeah. You going to the show? No.
I can't tell you how many times that like we've had to play a show in Lincoln at 1867, and we've had to help bands like direct in how to like parking at that fucking venue because it's such an atrocity parking downtown down there.
Oh yeah, there's been like when I went down there for the first time to try to find it, it's like destination on your left.
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, no one tells you there's a parking garage or fucking, yeah, you can park downtown, but the tolls charged till after like 6 p.m. on a weekday or some shit like that, and free on the weekends if you're lucky or whatever.
Yeah, and then once I
It's not
found it,
pulled
it's
up.
like, okay, I know where it's at now. I'm gonna go park way the hell over here.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
Yeah.
that's a cool bar to go to. And like Gray's Keg and the Bourbon, I noticed are all kind of the metal venues down in that area.
Yeah, I can't believe we got to actually play at the Bourbon this year with Siphon. Like that was a huge, like props to Siphon for helping us get that gig. It was fucking cool. Like it was in the Rye Room and shit in the front room, but dude, like it was still pretty cool. And,
Hey,
like,
you still gotta play there.
yeah, and like dude, I had our fucking name on the fucking marquee like first time ever. I'm like, holy shit. Yeah. So, like there's been a lot of new things happening this year that we haven't tackled before. It's always exciting and nerve wracking at first, like venturing out to new territories. We've hit Des Moines. We're gonna hit like Des Moines like fourth time, but the third time this year. Yeah, it will be a third time on the 17th of this month. Yeah, we're gonna be down there opening up for power metal fucking icons, Seven Kingdoms.
Oh, nice.
I got to see them last year at the fucking Granada and fucking Lawrence, dude. They fucking tore it up, dude. It was a hell of a time.
Oh yeah, Lawrence has a pretty good scene too. So does like Kansas City.
Yeah. So we've been, like I said, we've been blessed to be able to play those type of shows just out of state. Just getting to know like promoters and shit like that. So like a lot of the tricks to like getting these shows just really just figuring out talk to. Like that's the main thing.
Well, it's like I'm in a underground radio station called The Stash, and
Yeah.
I just happened to kind of post on it one day, and then they're like, okay, we're going to put you into the group chat, and then you're in the behind the scenes chat, and then you're on the street team chat. I'm in like one or two other with it, and they're like, how'd you get into it? I posted a video and people liked it, and they just kind of invited me and kept adding me to it, and they're like, here's a business card, go hand it out at shows because you go to a bunch. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Like, no, I mean, it's cool what you do, dude. And like the fact that you do reaction videos and stuff like that, like that tremendously like helps.
Well, and I know with being in a like my personal band experience, like there was nobody, like there was one guy that'd go around and record live shows, and this is like, oh, fuck, what was that? Like 2006, 2008. Like there was nobody that did these things, so it's one of those where like there's just as many good artists or amazing artists that are underground than there are as mainstream. So being able to give them an opportunity that these main bands get, I feel is very important to them. Plus, it builds confidence and it helps them out. It like posting those to YouTube. You know, maybe that person in Florida sees it and then suddenly is liking your stuff and watching your stuff. So if you make a fan out of something I did, hey, I see that as a win.
Fuck yeah, dude. You know, I mean, everything that you do, I mean, out of the passion of like the just going to shows and doing the things that you do, man. Like, it doesn't go unchecked.
Well, it's like explaining to people, it's completely a lifestyle. Like, it's not for somebody who's like, oh, I'm gonna go out and be famous. Yeah,
I think
I'm famous in the underground, but there's like so many hours spent on the computer looking through photos and
yeah,
editing videos, and then you're spending all the time on social media because you're posting it and you're sharing it here. But then you get to meet, you know, awesome bands. You get to hang out with them. You get to call them friends, and they recognize you when you show up to a show, and then those people are like, "Why are they all talking to him?"
I think Cody Harlan from Siphon put it best is that you're the Pokemon collector of the music scene.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's like nail on the fucking head, man.
I gotta record them all.
You gotta record them all.
I mean, I literally tell people, like, if I could clone myself and figure out how to teleport, I would be set. Like, okay, you're hitting these 3 shows over here with the teleporter. You're hitting these ones over here.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Like, where'd you go this weekend? I went to Florida, Arkansas, Germany, Oklahoma.
Right.
Aren't you one person? I got skill.
I got skill and time, baby.
And 7 of me.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, man, we don't really got a whole lot of shows left this year. I mean, there's a good handful of them, and then we got 2 months of lead time and prep time for the Exodus show, and that'll be the last one of the year. And all in between that, we're going to be working on the album and just kind of making preparations for plans for next year.
Plus, it's wintertime, and wintertime sucks loading gear.
Oh yeah, dude. We tried to make it a thing just to not fucking play shows during the winter season anymore, just because it's not really as popping and it's being more of kind of a bitch, and you never really know what's going to happen with the weather.
Well, yeah, that's definitely, especially like anywhere in the Midwest where you're like, okay, I'm going to this show in, I'm going to drive over to Kearney and catch this show, and okay, the radar's saying good, it's good, and then an hour before I leave, there's a sudden snowstorm going through. Like, I'm not making it tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's bad enough when the weather cancels your outdoor event because of rain or some shit.
Yeah.
So, like, it is. I mean, it is what it is. So, but yeah, I mean, that's just really all the focus is for. The band is just we always kind of looking forward, and and just make sure we're prepared as possible for every show. And I mean that there's not really we critique ourselves heavily after every show, like right after a set. It's like, oh fuck, I couldn't hear my vocals here. I was fucking sounding like ass here, or oh fuck, I couldn't hear guitar here, or fucking
on the 47th bar of this song, I
Yeah.
fucked up a note, and people in the crowd are like, "You did what?"
Yeah, we keep it completely fucking organic up there. Not like kind of like a lot of modern bands that are all kind of basing everything off the fucking track or computer anymore. Which I'm not dogging anybody that can pull that off and make that work part of their set. We keep it completely old school and organic, and just fucking in your face, man. Everything, just a live raw performance of
non choreographed.
Yeah, we can probably work on choreography a little bit.
Like trying to kick the drunk guy that's knocking over your mic stand. Did you choreograph that? Oh yeah, we practice that all the time for that one guy.
I think I have bad enough time, like trusting the mic stand at the show. Like if I'm like, all right, my mic stand's on, and then it falls off, and it's like fucking I think that was like one of our therapy shows. Like it fell off on like the second song, and somebody had to hold it up there the whole time and adjust it while I was singing to it. Like, so at least someone had my back during the fucking set.
It's one of those ones. Where's the duct tape at? We're
Yeah. But yeah, man, I just I'm pretty thankful for the opportunities and shows that we've got to be a part of this year. And
well, and I noticed the live music scene too is really coming back after COVID. Like it's
yeah, I mean, it's been kind of questionable a little bit, with kind of how the economy's been, with all everything fucking going up. It's still hard on bands. I mean, fuck, especially having to travel.
oh, it's hard on everybody.
Yeah, it's so we've been pretty fortunate to get away with what we have so far. So, yeah, for how next year's gonna pan out, we're hoping for the best.
I
If it
think
slows
everybody
down again
is.
for any reason, then I guess gives us more time to work on stuff. So
Well, yeah, and I know like for me, it's easier for me to hit bigger festivals where I can see more bands that I haven't seen before versus like unfortunately, okay, you guys, Evil Shadows and Siphon are playing. Well, I hate to say it, but I know I can miss this one because in 3 weeks, all three of you guys are going to be on this bill with
yeah,
15 bands and 7 of them I haven't seen, so I'm going to hit that one. But I also have, I think to Lincoln is an hour and a half. Kearney's like 45 minutes to an hour, depending on the route I take.
yeah,
Omaha's like 2.5. Kansas is anywhere from like 3 to 7, depending where I'm going.
right, yeah,
I've got people trying to invite me to like the southeastern corner of Kansas. They're like, you can make it, right, on a Friday? I'm like, it's a 6-hour drive. How the fuck am I supposed to do that?
right,
What time's
yeah,
the show start? It starts at 9. Okay, if I leave at exactly 3 o'clock and don't stop in 6 hours to take a piss or to fuel up, I might make it.
right, yeah. Oversaturation is a factor that bands need to look out for. If you're playing way too much.
Well, and it's different if you're playing too much, but if you're hitting like this Des Moines, Omaha, Lincoln,
Sure,
Kansas City,
yeah, spreading it out.
Lawrence,
Yeah,
Topeka, Kearney,
right,
Grand, like you're hitting, once every 3 months you're back, or once every other month you're back in the area, but you're at a different venue.
yeah,
Then it's not so bad. But if you guys play the keg 9 times in a year, you kind of
right,
you've kind of oversaturated that bar, and people aren't like going out to see you.
yeah. It's bad enough having to try to sell tickets for events, um, and then you like add oversaturation on top of that. Then you have a fuck ton of tickets you have to sell for multiple events, and so you just started just stressed you shot yourself in the foot like with stress. So
Oh
you know,
yeah, I think with the ticket sale one, you should do just like one at a time, where it's like, okay, we're gonna hop
yeah,
on this one. Now we're gonna sell this one. We're gonna wait a little bit before we hop on the next one, unless there's like this major band coming through that we're like, we want this one.
right. So we get pretty lucky, I'd say. At least still having the opportunities to play those big shows that we have to sell tickets for and shit like that. Somehow we still make it work.
Yeah, and I noticed they don't have too many of those going on. Like they won't release the next one until after that one's done, or
Yeah, or if that promotion company's got different events going on the same day, but they're in this, like different way different locations or whatever the fuck, that just comes with it. But yeah, I mean, like we're just gonna be really. I mean, we're not gonna be trying to play a whole lot of local shows next year. No, when you play for 5 years, and you hit the same spots over and over and over again. Just really want to dip your feet into something different.
oh yeah,
So
that's
next year we're just gonna try to like play at a lot of different spots as much as we can. Whether it be maybe in Omaha or Lincoln or definitely in Des Moines or Kansas City or Missouri or or fucking South Dakota or whatever. Like the sky's the limit for next year, really. So
Well, I know there's like the skate bar down in like the Kansas City area,
yeah,
and then what is there? There's a pizza place.
it's like Blackthorn.
Black, yeah. I see.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of people that'll post about shows there, or like obviously you've got Lawrence, but that one's got to be a hit or miss. Like if college is in, people will be going. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I've heard things about Lawrence about just trying to get into certain venues down there, I guess, or whatever.
If you know certain people, that's because I notice a lot of bands are starting to kind of go back to a certain old school mentality where it's like, okay, we'll bring you to this area, but you bring us back up there for a show, and you're like, when you trade shows.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's how we really got into Iowa. Was just buddying up with bands and doing show trades. And this works out great.
And that's something people that don't understand the music scene don't know about. Where it's like, okay, we'll bring you on this one, but you got us on. You bring us in that one on. We'll get you here in February. You get us there in March.
Yeah.
And then you connect with different people, and then you're bringing different bands. You're like, oh, hit these guys up. They sound more your style. Nothing against our style, but you would fit well with these guys. Or
yeah,
here's this group.
Yeah.
Go hit these guys up.
Yeah, I'm probably friends with so many fucking people and like so many fucking band pages that I've fucking never seen live, or people I've never fucking met. But I still support them.
Oh yeah, I'll see a new video pop up or some live pictures, and I'll hit the little emoji just to show support because
just help that algorithm.
which is such a fucking pain in the ass.
Yeah, it's fucking weird how it works, man. Like I can get a fuck ton of likes on a meaningless picture of a fucking meme, but then if I post an event for a show, like 3 fucking likes. Like,
and 2 of them are band members.
4 shares for the band members only. Yeah, it's tough out there, man. But there's a lot of competition, and it's like really you don't have to look at it as competition. It's just more people who just want to be a part of the vibe.
Oh yeah, and that's like I keep getting hit up to like I just found out about this little. They're like it's this little hole in the wall venue called the Swamp, and like there's no air conditioning, and I'm like, I'm down. Yeah. Those are the fun ones. I've been to like house parties and basement shows, and those are the ones where you have all the fun because everyone's being most of the people are being cool.
It's truly the underground vibe, that's no holds barred, like sort of thing, And it's crazy how you find them, like because you never fucking hear about them.
And then you suddenly see their page, and it's like event, and like you're just scrolling, and it's like there's 2 events there every weekend.
Yeah.
How did I not know about this?
Right. Yeah.
Well, you didn't know the right people.
Yeah.
I do now.
Yeah. I've definitely been slowly meeting people on my social media list, like running into my show finally or something like that. Like, oh yeah, hey man, you're that one guy in that one band, right? Or whatever. Like, oh yeah, hey, you're that meat guy, right? Whatever, or fucking whatever.
I make the joke. It's nice to finally put a face to a profile.
Yeah, for real.
Because you'll message people back and forth, and then you suddenly meet them, and you're like, okay, I know who you are now. We've conversated for the last 6 months trying to get together.
Right.
Or like when I met Pam, and it was funny because I saw pictures from the venue the next night from Pickwiz or P-Wiz or whatever it is, and her page, and it's like, wait a minute, I was at that. I don't remember seeing this person. Then I started like doing some searching and realized it was her, and was like, I had no idea that was you. And I spent an hour talking to you about photography.
Fuck yeah.
She's like, I thought you knew. No, my bad.
Yeah, it's crazy cool, man. Meeting so many fucking people, man, and just so many people a part of it that make it happen, and it's just
It's
it never gets old.
fun.
It never fucking gets old.
Except for loading gear in the wintertime.
Yeah, fuck. God.
That I think is the only thing that everybody can agree gets old. Like, we just played a set. We are sweating our ass off, and we walk outside. We can't feel anything. This sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, shit. Unfortunately, you know, being getting here pretty late here, we got to finish up some band practice and stuff like that. If I have to call this interview.
Yeah, I gotta
Here.
get ready for bed and everything because my alarms go off at like 2:45 in the morning, so I can be to work at 4.
Yeah. Okay.
And they're like, you can work as many hours as you want. I'm good with 10. I'm perfectly fine with 10.
Right? It's way
Well,
too much.
why are you perfectly fine with 10? Do you have any idea the amount of shit that I still have to do when I get home?
Yeah, like this is not my life. My life does not die in this shop.
I was like, this pays my bills. The other job that I have is the fun job where I get to meet bands and I can drink on the clock and I take pictures and I get to hang out with people. And this job, I sweat my ass off and move parts.
I hear you. Yeah. Real what you got to do to make a buck.
Unfortunately, it's not, that buck doesn't stretch far enough.
Yeah, fuck yeah, man.
I have to go through and listen to this, and we'll do a tally at the end.
See who's got the most fucks in this interview. But no, man, this is cool. I'm glad you took the time out of your day to let us do this and get, like, always a big supporter of you and everything that you do, brother. So.
And I definitely appreciate it because there's quite a few bands that support me. You guys are one of them and have for a long time, so I definitely appreciate that.
You're a fucking legend, dude. Like, fucking much love, man.
Much appreciated. Well, you guys have a good evening, and hopefully band practice gets finished up.
Yeah, we're gonna tackle it here real quick and get on to the fucking night and fucking piss through tomorrow and fucking get ready for the show Saturday.
Yeah,
rip some fucking.
I'm not looking forward to working tomorrow. I don't want to be there.
I know, I hear you do. It's like, not come in. I have to fucking do this.
Wait, I'm on overtime tomorrow. I need to go in. I don't want to, but I'm on overtime. This sucks.
Right. Yeah, man, from me, Danjo, fucking Zach, Dalton, Kyle, fucking rock on, brother. We fucking love you, dude. Fucking, we'll looking forward to this, seeing how this edit goes in the rest of this video and more videos and photos in the future, dude.
Oh, definitely.
See you sooner than later, so.
Yeah, hopefully, well, probably twice in September. You guys are on Fecht Fest and then that one on the 30th that we were talking about. So that'd be 2 in 1 month, so definitely.
Fuck yeah, dude. You got a lot of good shit coming, dude, and then hopefully you can make that Exodus show too. That'd be fucking dope.
I'm gonna try that one. Depending where hours are, I might just be like, look, I'm taking off. I'll have my kids' mom pick them up from school, drive up there, hit the show, drive back to Grand Island, pass out in the parking lot for a few hours, and.
Hell yeah, dude. Whatever you can do to make it work, man. If not, there's always next year too. So that's gonna be the big one. So
yeah, that's the one where I kind of saw it. I'm like, how do I make this one?
Right, like fucking A. I mean, it's on a Thursday at all ages and shit like that. So I mean, it's still a good day.
Yeah, but see, I can still hit that one and then make it back at a decent time and have night shift wake me up when they leave so I can go in.
Fuck yeah. Well, fuck yeah, man. You fucking keep rocking out, brother, and fucking stay twisted until the next show, man.
Oh, definitely. We will see you guys soon.
Hell yeah, dude. Fucking peace out, dude.
Later.